And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The
first down throw coming for Dalton. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Go on the ball. On the ball.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jerome Elliott in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now a first down throw, Stafford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Set, waiting. 11-11.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jaron Reed. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Set, 180. Double.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Pumphrey, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. The Giants and Bucs, these two teams, they met in Week 4 last year in Tampa Bay, and it was Nick Folk with a game-winning field goal, 25-23, and at the time, that sent New York to 0-4.
And how about the last 2 to get them to 0-4? Lost on a 61-yard field goal at the buzzer by Philadelphia kicker Jake Elliott, and then they lose this one to Nick Folk again.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Zadarius Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Dalton throwing on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
368.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's going to go down again. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Brockers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They begin the drive with Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From midfield here, Dalton. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
There you go, 368.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Go, on the ball, on the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Go, on the ball, on the ball. 4 down, check.
2nd down, Dalton. jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Dalton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On first down, it's Stafford. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here's Stafford. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on third down, Stafford. This is Cobb with a catch right side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. to throw on second down. Dalton. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Dalton now to pass. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Stafford again. Dumps it off to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 21.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On first down, Stafford here. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Bucs on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break. Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. New York set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out. A run by Foreman to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game. Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Let's go, man, let's go.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Hurry! Hey!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on second down is Stafford. It's his running back, Shane Vereen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On the ball.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Stafford on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
And the first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And that is going to wind up no good. Wide to the right. A rare miss for the veteran Vinatieri. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
We're good. 368. Go on the ball.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw on 2nd down. Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Now Jones. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Dalton throwing on second down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. That's complete to Meredith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A very solid gain of 27. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Go on the ball.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Andy Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
368.
Second down, Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Baldwin. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Caught by Cobb. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hurry!
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. He sets to fire deep, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
22!
They snap it to Stafford. And caught by Curley. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Stafford now to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So here comes the trusty, battle-tested Adam Vinatieri for a big kick. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here you go, 368.
It's do or die for Dalton. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance, and that was their only opportunity to try and bring it all the way back. As you noted, they weren't able to get that done, but at least they had the shot. What a tremendous game to be this close and this well contested.
So for the